New Zealand's South Island gets all the glory. Most people will tell you the South Island is better than the North. This season, we're going to show you why we have fallen in love with the North Island. Previously, Chris's twin brother arrived with his family from the United States. They had an awesome start to their trip full of surfing, dolphins, and caves. Today, we continue to head south from Raglan all the way down to Taranaki. We discover some amazing caves and tunnels, and Joe and Chris come up with another one of their crazy ideas.
We stayed at a cool little campsite type area last night. So there's like a farm over there with sheep, and then really pretty views out that way. And then over here is a restaurant, so it's like restaurant parking. We're at Ruakuri Tunnels, super excited. It's in Waitomo. We're gonna be going through tunnels and streams and in and out of caves. So excited.
So, what I thought was gonna be a nice hike through the woods turned into Chris and Joe coming up with another one of their crazy ideas.
Hey, no, but seriously, if they're doing a tube tour, Chris, what's to stop us from... Yeah, what's to stop us from doing a paddleboard tour? Joe, let's suit up.
They discovered that there's tours that go through the caves on tubes. They wanted to figure out how to do it on their boards. Sometimes when Chris and Joe are together, it's trouble. They're twins, so they think alike. If one comes up with a crazy idea, the other thinks it's an awesome idea. Back in Michigan, one of their crazy ideas was to paddle to an island on a surfboard. There's a place called Mackinac Island. It's a really cool place, like taking a step back in time. There are no vehicles, only horses and carriages are used. You have to take a ferry to get there, but it's a little expensive. They decided it would be a good idea to paddle on their surfboards about 5K to get across. Another crazy idea, ever so often in the winter, an ice bridge forms connecting the same island to the mainland. Their idea? Cross-country ski to get across. Being married to Chris has definitely taken me outside my comfort zone. I've had to fully embrace these crazy ideas. My voice of reason only goes so far when you're working with twins who think alike. When it came to paddling through the caves, they were pretty determined to figure out how to make it work. They spent the rest of our hike scouting out the area and making their plans.
I'm going.
Oh goodness. It's okay, Eleanor's coming too.
Oh, it's dark, guys. Dark.
There might be fun.
We need some lights.
Let's get these
Right.
green light.
We don't know how long this one will last.
We
Get
can.
the light too.
I do?
And everybody has a light. Let me know if you guys can't see the light.
Oh man, this doesn't even work. Alright, I'm gonna enter the cave. Come with me.
Wow, look up, guys. Hi, guys. It's a bigot.
We don't talk about spiders in caves.
This area is actually a really cool place to explore. Walking through the bush was beautiful, but the best part were the caves and the tunnels. While in Waitomo, we actually thought about going to the famous Waitomo Glowworm Caves, but their tour times didn't work out for us. It's fine because we saw the free glowworms up in Waipu, and it gave us a chance to explore here. So glad we did.
Boys! scary monsters.
We actually kind of felt like we were at Disney with some of the walkways. Reminded us of the Jungle Cruise a bit. After we had a chance to do a bit of exploring, Chris and Joe were ready to go back to the spot they scouted out. They wanted to see if it was a possibility to take their boards through.
It says it's 3 meters. You can jump.
Joey, you're a bad influence. Don't do it.
Going into the cave. Goodbye, Hobie.
Bye.
Goodbye, family. You got this. This is what happens when you lose a bet.
Watch out for the eel down there, Chris. It's
Off to
like,
the right.
yeah, it's like a foot away from you.
Oh. Yep. That's a cold spot. Oh. Hang on, I'm gonna pee and make it a little warmer. Yeah, pee a little bit.
Despite the fact that Chris and Joe surf in the freezing cold water in the middle of Michigan's winter, this was still pretty cold for them. They were happy though. Their spot looked promising. They were ready to suit up, grab their boards, and give it a go.
We can suit up and go. Pretty good.
Luckily, we were running a little short on time, and the promise of surfing got them out of there.
We just checked out a cool hike that had like some fun tunnels. It was very green and mossy, super fun. Now we're headed from Waitomo to the ocean via this road that has lots of cool stopping points at it. So excited for that.
Yeah, the cave was cold. I wanted to go back. So let's see. I think it would be a good adventure.
All right, so this is Haggas outlook right here through these trees. What a great outlook. The trees growing.
Haggas Outlook is about 10K west of Waitomo. The plants and trees have taken over a bit, so it's not too much of a lookout, but it was nice to stop and get out of the car for a bit.
We're gonna go head out and see the natural bridge.
To the left,
Don't worry about them.
Don't worry about it.
Joey once got lost at Disney during the light parade. They found him at the Lost and Found. We use moments like these to teach the kids to not end up like Uncle Joey. Don't separate from the group. You might get lost.
Shaky bridge. Shake it, Ebony.
It's really neat. In New Zealand, you find all sorts of different kinds of bridges when you're out in the bush. Many of them will have limits of how many people can be on them at one time. The kids think they're awesome.
Whoa.
The natural bridge was super easy to get to. It's about 26K from Waitomo. The trail is only a 700-meter loop. The natural bridge is a 17-meter high limestone arch. It's all that remains of an ancient cave system. After checking out the natural bridge, we continued on the track. It led us over farmland to fields full of boulders. It was super fun for the kids. It was like a natural playground for them.
Mom, this is
this castle. The other castle's mine.
There's like, listen, let's just stay here and we can play with this grass. It's a really good idea. Haley's like, okay.
I went past the cave.
Turn on your night vision, Hobie.
Hell no, this is just not safe. You know, I'm in charge of safety with this crew.
Our next stop down the road, about 30K west of Waitomo, is the Piri-Piri Cave. This was another quick and easy stop. It's only about a 5-minute walk to get to the cave.
Dude, we're almost down.
We're going into the cave.
Good luck, Ellie.
We are in the Piri-Piri Cave. Pretty cool. Lots of caves over here in Waitomo area.
Do you recommend we hit all of them?
Yeah, especially if you love caves. Hallie, what do you think of the cave?
We're gonna live in here for a year.
New Zealand has so many caves. If you were a caveman, New Zealand would be the place to be. Chris is actually starting to wonder if I'm part cave woman because I love caves. Chris didn't really want to see all of them because he was anxious to get to the ocean and go surfing. He was a good sport though. After the cave, we hit the road again. Just 2K down the road, we came to our final stop, the Maricopa Falls.
Wow, check that out! That's so beautiful!
This road has been awesome to travel on. There's been so many quick and easy stops where we can get out and explore. We had one final big push to get down to Taranaki. Thankfully, we made it down just in time before the sunset and could squeeze in some surfing.
Bring it on. We'll be running the show. Bring it on. Take it all as we go. Bring it on. Let's go. Bring it on.
Got the mountain. And there's Joey. Oh, there he goes. Dude, how was it, bro?
Dude, I didn't think I'd paddle get out there, but take your advice. Whip full of the wall. It worked.
Yeah. Your hair didn't even get wet, bro.
Nah.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. We'll be running the show. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. We'll be running the show. Bring it on. Take it all as we go. Bring it on. Let's go. Bring it on. Let's roll the dice. Bring it on tonight.
I'm moving in the background.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Alright, we're somewhere on the mountain, Mount Taranaki. It got cold as we drove up. We don't know where we are because it's dark out, but the stars are beautiful and it's really cold, so I think we're just going to put everything up top and make the back one big bed, and I'll sleep in here. The Juicy Van.
I am.
What's your opinion of the Juicy?
So confused.
7 out of 7?
And you can live in a
kidding. I'm
Zuzi,
Eleanor's
so like
mommy,
you don't
though.
need a whale house.
You don't need a real house?
I think mommies
Yes.
and daddies are a
You
big deal.
can just live in a Zuzi.
Join us next time as we continue our final leg of our adventure together. We explore the Taranaki area, check out a geothermic park, take a boat ride in Taupo, and savor our final moments together. Special shout out to P-Talk. Thank you for commenting. Please subscribe so we can take you on our next adventure. Click the notification bell so you don't miss an episode. This season is gonna be good.